Hello everyone. In this video we will learn what is fetch, how you can implement fetch in JavaScript. We will also try to implement fetch to get JSON from API, and lastly we will try to implement fetch API to get text data from the file system. So let's start with what is fetch. So using fetch, user can make network requests from the web browsers to servers. So you can make network requests for so many tasks, like if you want to download any particular content from any website, or if you want to get JSON from any API. So for all those tasks you make network request. So in this video, we will be making a small application. You can see on the right hand side, we have this button, and when this button will be clicked, it should make a fetch request to the API and should display the JSON below this button. So the API which we are using in this video is Novel COVID API. You can see its link from the URL above. I will also link it down in the description. So when you will open this website, you should go to the documentation. There you can find how you can use this API to extract the JSON. Now, what we will do is, you can see there are so many methods which we can use. We will be using this /v2/countries method to get the JSON for all the countries. And below this, you can see this JSON we will be getting after making a request to this API, which will contain so many properties like recovered, active, critical. So let's see how you can use this API. So in our application, you can see we will be having this button, and what we want is, when this button will be clicked, it should make a fetch request to the API and should display the JSON like this. So we are using only three properties: country, cases, deaths. So you can use as many properties as you want from the JSON that you will be getting. So let's see how you can build this application in JavaScript. So open any code editor that you want to use. We will be using VS Code editor. So till now we have done what is fetch. Now we will try to implement it to get JSON from API. So we are having this index HTML file. You can see we are having a simple template, and it's also containing a Bootstrap CDN link which you can get from the Bootstrap official website. And we are also having one h1 element which is containing a text fetch API. So till now we are having this application containing just h1 element, and inside the app.js file we will be writing the JavaScript code for fetch API. So let's create a button. First we will create a division with the Bootstrap class container. We will also add the text center, which is also a Bootstrap class which will make all its elements centered. Now we will create a button. Its value you can give any value. I'm writing COVID-19. So let's give it a Bootstrap class of button primary, which will make this button blue color. Let's save this file and let's see. So as you can see, we've got the button. Now we will try to add event listener to this button. Let's see how you can do that. First, we will create a script tag to attach the JavaScript file. So we will give the address of our JavaScript file. Now we will go to app JavaScript file, and here first we will create a variable which will get our button from the index.html file. So you can create a variable and equate it with document.getElementById, and inside it we will give the ID of button. So we haven't given any ID. Let's give the ID to a button. So write ID equals to, you can give any ID. I'm giving button1. So let's go to JavaScript file back and give the ID. Okay, so now we have got the button. Now we will add event listener to this button. You can write button1.add event listener. It will contain two parameters. First will be the event, and second will be the function which you want to perform. So we want the click event, and inside this function we will make a fetch request to the API. Okay, so let's see how you can make a fetch request to the API. So first you can write fetch. So it will take two parameters. First will be the URL and second will be the options, which we will not consider in this video. We will only write the URL. So you can go to the Novel COVID API. You can just copy this root link, paste it. Now you can see in the documentation, we will be using this /v2/countries endpoint. Copy it and paste it. So you can write after this main root link /v2/countries. So we will be making this request to this website. So it will return a promise. So you write dot then to get the response. After getting a response, right now we're just logging it to the console. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's save it and let's see. So first click on this button, and as you can see, we're getting one object of class response. It's containing various properties like body, headers, redirected status, and also the URL to which we are making the request. So, but we want to get the JSON, so you can write response.json, which is a function which will get the JSON. Let's see. So as you're seeing, we are getting the promise which is pending. That means we have to resolve this promise. So how to resolve it? So you should try to return this JSON from this then handler. Then you have to use another then handler to get this resolved promise value, so which will get any data or JSON. So let's log it to the console. Let's see whether we are getting any JSON in the console or not. When you click on this button, you can see we are getting a big array which is containing a lot of data. Now when you will go down, you can see there are so many arrays, and every array containing like how many cases are there, which country is it. So we will be using only three properties: deaths, cases, and country. Okay, so let's see how you can use this data, and we want to display this JSON below our button. So let's see how you can do that. First, we will create a container below this button. So go to your index.html file and create a small container or division where we will try to display that JSON. So you can give it a class container. Also give it text center to make all its elements centered. We will also give it ID, let's say results. So go to your JavaScript file, and first we will try to get that container from getElementById. You can create a variable which will be equal to document.getElementById. We have given the ID results, so write results. Okay, now we want to add a small template to this container. So first we should add a loop to our JSON. You can write data.forEach. So inside it you will pass one function which will be having access to element. Now we want to, so what we will do is first let's create a small template. You can write var template. For now let's add one small h4 or h5 tag which will be containing our heading. So we will try to add a bootstrap class also, which will be empty4, which will give it margin top 4. So you can give it any tag inside it, any heading inside it. I'm giving COVID cases. Now what I will do is I will try to make another template for each and every element of my JSON. So you can write template plus equals to, and inside backticks you can write all your HTML tags. So we want to create an order list for our JSON to display it, and inside it we will display three properties. So create three li tags. Okay, so after creating three li tags, you can also give bootstrap class to this ul. So you can write list group, which is a bootstrap class which will make it a little bit formatted, and also to each li give the class list group item. So copy this and paste it in each li atom, which will make it like formatted. So all these classes are bootstrap. You can also see in the documentation. So in the first li, we will be printing the country, and we are also making it bold using strong element. So copy it and paste it in each li tag. So in the second li tag, we will be writing cases, how many cases are there. So just replace it with cases. And in the third li tag, we will be displaying how many deaths are there. Okay, so how you can access the data from the JSON? For that you will write $, because you are actually inside the HTML tag. Okay, first let's see how what properties we want to use. So as you can see in the JSON, there are so many properties, but we want to use the cases property, country property, and deaths property. Okay, so for accessing it, you write $, because we are writing everything inside a template. So you write dollar, inside the curly braces we will write element dot what property you want to access. Like we want to access country, so we write dot country. And similarly here, dollar curly braces, then element dot cases. And similarly in the last li tag, you can write dollar curly braces, element dot deaths. So in this way you can access the JSON. Let's see, when we're clicking on this button, we are not getting anything. So let's see, go to your editor back, Okay, so I forgot to actually add this template to our results container where we want to actually display it. So you can write results.inner.html, which should be equal to our template. So let's save it and let's see whether it is working now or not. So click on it, and as you can see, we're getting the formatted unordered list. Let's also give some margin bottom, which will be 4, to give it more spacing. As you can see now, each and every UL unordered list is coming with some margins, so that's great. Now let's see how you can implement fetch to get text data from file. So for that you can do everything in a similar manner. So what you can do, you can replace the URL with the address of your file. We have created a simple file, you can see sample.txt, which is containing some text. So you can write the address of this file. So you can write sample.txt. In then handler, you can see we don't want to get JSON, we want to get text. So you write dot text, and after that, here inside our template, we can change the data. We want the file data, so you can write anything inside this. Now we will comment this thing because we are not displaying any JSON right now. So let's add data to our template. You can write template plus equals to, and here we will create a small paragraph which will be containing the data which is inside the file. So you can write curly braces and then just simple give data. So let's save it, and when you will click on it, you will see we are getting the file data. So in this way you can use fetch API to get text data from the file. I hope you like this video. Thank you and stay tuned.